Hello there, this is Julie Varholter, Lovely Buttons. We're going to do a demonstration today on how to put on clown makeup. Okay, so we're going to start out with good old the base, and I use it's a Ben Nye Color Cake makeup. It's actually a water base because I don't like all that lovely grease paint all over my face. So it's applied with a sponge, and you simply put it on everywhere that you're not going to have your white. So the areas that are going to be white, I'm not filling in. Like the eyes, I'll go around the area of my eyes up into my hairline and go around over here under the eyes, around the eyes, do the ears, other ears, the neck. Always do your neck. If you have long hair, you don't have to do the back. If you have short hair or your neck shows, you do need to do that. So I didn't do right there and I didn't do right here. And go got it all. That goes on pretty fast. I love this stuff, and it washes off with soap and water. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Alright, next step, I always put on gloves too because I don't care for the feel of makeup on my hands. Alright, next step will be the white. I use Ben Nye Clown White CW3. It's good old clown white, and I apply it with a brush. Okay, so we'll go in and outline the areas of where my white will go. It's kind of like filling in for a coloring page. You'll put the lines and then you can fill it all in. Do that one. I always do my upper outline first because make sure those two are even, and then I'll go in and do this area next. There we go. Make sure those are even. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. There. Perfect. Alright, and I'll go in and outline where my mouth is going to be. Now since today is Wednesday, today's hospital day. So I do a very simple face for hospital. I don't do a full face. Oops, I have lipstick on. I don't do a full face. For that I do for competition and parades. So I'll do just a simple face. Do all my outlining. There we go. I have my mirror right here. I can see. Alright. I always use a brush. Brushes, you get such a better line with a brush. And then it's time to fill in where the white will go. I also put a little piece of a glove on my finger. That way I don't have to sit there and wipe off all the white makeup off of my finger. Now apply the eye area. Simply reach in. Get out the appropriate amount. Don't put too much or too little. If you put too much, it's just going to glob on, and then you'll have to take some off. If you don't put enough, it'll come out gray. Fill in all my spots. Fill in as close as you can to the eye. If you go out of the line just a little bit, that's okay because you can use the Q-tip to erase. And I put it on my eyebrow. There we go. Now, at this point, I will pat this one down. Oops, got hair in there. Pat this one down. It's called setting. You have to set it. There, that is that one. Whoops. Boing. If I need to go back in and clean up in a minute, I will do that in a minute. Not right this moment. Go in and do the other eye. Not too much, not too little. There we go. You may notice that my eyebrows are flat. I glue them prior to putting on my makeup. It's a process I learned from watching drag queen videos. It keeps your eyebrows down and it just looks better. Because this one, you could see it, but you can't see it as much as you could if I didn't put the makeup on. Let's see. Now that one's sticking up a little bit, so I'll take my tool and go back and squish it down. Yeah, it's still sticking up a little bit, that's alright. Alright, I'll go in. Make sure I got all my areas covered. And then I'll pat down, I'll set it. You need to set your makeup because if you don't, it will come out sticky and it won't ever be right. It'll always be a little off. Okay, there's a couple of spots I messed up on, so you take a Q-tip. You don't need to wet it or anything. You simply use that Q-tip to clean up your areas. There we go, got that one. Let's go do this one. Flip it over. You want to leave your areas nice and clean. Go back and clean that up. Not too bad. A little excess on my eyelashes. Okay, now, at this point, see if there's any spots that need fixing. A couple of spots that are not perfect. I try to have my makeup as neat as possible. If you're a professional, try your hardest to have that makeup flawless. There we go. Now, eyebrows time. Eyebrows, again, I use the paintbrush. This one's more of a flat brush that over the years has become to be the perfect shape. And I use Pro Nose black. Black, red, and beige are what I use for my load it up. I'll go in and put a little spot where I want my eyebrow to start. Same with the other side. That way I get them pretty much even, because it's very easy to mess up your eyebrows. Very easy. Let me get rid of that hair. There we go. Now I go in and draw my eyebrows. I usually do just a little one for the when I do hospital clowning. Alright, now I'll go back in. I got some white on there. Alright, I'll go back in and draw. Now for some reason, they never come out exactly the same shape. That's not too bad. Alright, so if I get this one the same shape as the other one. Try to start with your left. If you're right-handed, start with your left eyebrow. I gotta get a little closer because, see, I've already got them two different shapes here. Boop. No, not perfect yet. So now they're gonna come out just a little bit bigger than I had anticipated, so I go back into this one and redraw it very carefully so it matches my other one. I gotta go back to this one, make it a little bit more round. That's better. I'm just gonna, this one looks a lot like a tadpole. A little bit of a curve, swish down there. A little bit more of a curve, swish down there. There's my eyebrows. Then I usually go in and do a little whoop, whoop there. And a little whoop, whoop there. There's my eyebrow. Now I do not recommend going any lower with your black in this area here because it makes you look mean. And you do not want to look mean if you're a clown. Clowns are sweet and nice. Okay, seriously, so don't go any lower with your black in this area. You can go here, but not here. Okay, put the black away. Now let's get out the good old red, well actually the beige, let's do the beige. Now you can see I've got cleaning up to do on my white. So the beige, this is my Auguste. I use it to cover my lip. There we go. It covers my upper lip because clowns don't have upper lips. Alright, let's get my Q-tip. Clean up my white here because I made a mess. And if you want, you can lick your Q-tip. And that helps get off excess makeup. Okay, I need a little bit more white on that. It's not perfect. That's better. Just a simple little face. Cover my white back up. Close my white. And let's put that over there. Gotta keep your brushes separate too, because if you get the black with the red and the red with the white, messes them all up. So keep your brushes away from each other. Okay, now good old red. Now, I found that the Pro Nose red is the deepest red. A lot of other reds, there's so many different shades of red. So Pro Nose is my favorite. You can get whatever you want, but that's what I recommend. Alright, now go in. Use your brush. Simply paint it on. Again, try to do it as close to each other as you can. Try to match them. Looks pretty good. Now I'll do the lip. Try not to get your red in your white. Like I just did. There you go. Okay, got it. Okay, close this up. I don't want to touch my lips together, so until I hold on, okay? Now, we need to powder. I use Johnson Baby powder, and underneath that cloth, a powder puff. A little bit on there, not a lot, just a little bit, right around. That's too much. Don't breathe this in. There we go. So I use a powder puff. I can talk now because my makeup has the powder on it. The powder is what sets it to where it doesn't smear. There you go. Now put a little bit, I flip it over because this side is my red and this side will be for my white and my black. Put a little bit on here, smear it around, and then simply go in. A lot of new clowns have no idea what powdering is. Powdering is what sets your makeup, what keeps you from smearing, things like that. Let's see. Put this up here. Put my white brush away. Okay, right now I have powder on my face. What do I do now? I go in, get my poofy makeup brush out, and I take off some of the excess. Okay, same with around the eye. Be careful with your colors. The white's not so bad because you can't really mess it up. But your colors, your blacks and your reds, you can mess those up. In fact, I smeared this one a little bit. I'll go back in and fix it in a second. Okay, at this point I've got most of it off. Let me find my black brush. It's in here someplace. Here's my black brush. And I have to fix this spot because it's smeared a little bit. I don't know why. There we go. Clean that one up. Might as well clean this one up at the same time. There we go. It's a little bit better. And then you can go back in if you need to. And put just a little bit more powder on them. This time, don't smear it. And then wipe it off. Now at this point, touch to see if you're sticky anywhere. If you're sticky, then you'll need to repowder that area, but you don't need to put a ton. Okay? I'm not sticky. I can tell by looking at my red, I got all my red. Now, we still got a little bit of powder on our face, so I take a washcloth, put just a little bit of water on here, make sure there's nothing that can wring out. Just barely damp. And go back over, I usually do my beige. Go back over my beige. This sucks up the excess powder. Gets my color back. Some people use a mister. At this point, this is what I have found works well for me. Excuse me, my phone is ringing. Nope, 1-800. Boop, boop. Turn it off. There we go. Okay. There. And if you want, you can go over your colors too. Depends how much powder you got on them. My colors look pretty good, so I'm not going to mess with them. Put that away. Now at this point, clean up your surrounding areas, because the next steps will be your rouges and other things like that. Let me get out my brushes. And you'll need your clown nose at this point too, because we're going to put glue on it. So get my clown nose out. My eyelashes, because I use both eyelashes when I clown. My nose, I pick my own nose. In fact, my nose here, check it out. It has bling on it. Isn't it cool? You got bling. Okay, so now, mascara. Oh man. Oh, wait, I got my mascara right here. Here it is. Sorry, thought I left it in the other bathroom. Let's see. At this point, I will go and put on mascara, because my eyes, you can't see my eyes right now. And I recommend mascara for guys and the girls, because it makes your eyes pop out a little bit. For those who don't use the false eyelashes, definitely put on some mascara. Okay? But I don't usually wear mascara. Tough. Put it on anyway. That way, your eyes show up. Instead of having these little beady things, you actually have eyes. There we go. See, my eyes showing up a little bit better already. Put that away. Now, at this point, I'll usually put a little bit of glue on my eyelashes and my nose, but since we're taking our time today, I'll let that sit for a minute. Okay, I'll go and put on my powder rouge. This is a Ben Nye powder cheek rouge. It's called Red Hot. There's probably 50 different colors of rouge, cheek rouge you could buy. This is just the one that works for me because I'm a little bit dark skinned. You apply it with just a tiny little brush. Find the apple of your, what they call the apple of your cheek. Boing! Mine's right there. Some people, it's down here. Mine's there. And then I'll do a little bit of a smile and put some on. Not much, just a little bit. Just a little bit on. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. And then I put some up here. Always put some right there. Need to redo my girl. Oh, and I always put it right here. Because kids are lower than you and they can see up into your nose. Now, let's put a little bit, since I'm almost to the next step, let's put a little bit of my glue. Now, I'm allergic to latex, so I can't use the Pro Nose glue and I can't use any of the other glues. So I have to use, the eyelash adhesive works. Apparently it doesn't have latex in it. So I put a little bit, yeah, we'll put a little bit on my false eyelash. On that one. If you have too much glue from your last application, very carefully try and strip off some of the glue. I need to buy some new eyelashes. There we go. You set those down to dry. They need to dry for about a minute. And then I also put just a little bit in the corners of my nose. I have a string nose, but I always put that there anyway. Put your cap on immediately. Put that away. Now, I put a little bit of color on my eyelid. This is actually face paint. It's the neon yellow face paint, and I don't have enough water on my brush. There we go. Now I do. Oops, just got it dirty. There we go. Put a little bit on there, and that I put on my upper lid. It makes my eyes pop. It brings them out and makes them just that much more sunny and happy. You gotta have happy eyes. Okay, nice. Punch it in a little bit. See? That's all it is. Some people love it, some people don't. But I love it, so I use it. Alright, now, at this point I will put on the false eyelashes. They are nice and glued. There's a right and a left. Always make sure you put them on the correct eyes. Alright, so false eyelashes. Did I get it? Yep, right about there. That's one. Now let's do the other one. Usually I let them sit a little longer so they're not so wet. That's alright. The other one. Now with false eyelashes, I always cut them to where they're shorter than when you buy them, because they're way too long going this way when you buy them. So cut them, but cut them from the outside in, all right? Because it's tapered to where it goes this way. On your right, it'll go this way. On your left, it goes this way. So always cut from the side that will be over here. There we go. Got my eyelashes on. Adorable. All right, now for the nose, mine is string. See, it's flying. String. That goes over the head, over the ears. Position it where it needs to go. Make sure your nose is clean. It's so easy to have a dirty clown nose, which is not professional. Doesn't look good. You can just take your, if it's not too bad, just take your damp washcloth and wipe it off. But if it's really bad, you could use the Pro Nose cleaner. It cleans the outside, or we've even discovered that olive oil even cleans the outside of a clown nose. You just need something to get the residue off. Make it nice and shiny. Isn't it cute? Here we go. I'll put a flower in my hair. Oh, it looks so adorable. So what do you think? Am I funny looking or what? I look funny. Alright, got any questions? Call, email me, whatever. Just do the best you can. Every time you do it, you'll get better and better and better. Okay? Alright, until next time. Bye-bye.